U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They're going to look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McCarthy off the play fake. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right back to Tracy. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. You talk about this Giant defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. But this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 69 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These two teams all tied after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running left is Tracy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll go again with Tracy. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one taken in by Neighbors. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Vikings at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Flushed out right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Third down, here's Tracy. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Buying time to his left. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing is McCarthy. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. And a well-passed
across midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
To the air with McCarthy.
Flush to his right.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. From the gun, here's Abanikanda.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, McCarthy.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. He'll set up to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it'll be intercepted. He's still barreling through.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
The give now to Abanikanda.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, now McCarthy.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jalen Hyatt.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. McCarthy.
This is caught by Addison.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Abanikanda.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
On to give, it's Tracy. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one complete downfield to Allen.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keenan Allen, 45 yards.
And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here comes 2nd down.
Back to throw. McCarthy eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing after the interception. McCarthy.
This completes a Corley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy.
That's caught downfield by Addison.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Flush to his right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now 2nd and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Giants, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.